Hello, I'm Claire Smith and welcome to my channel. So today I thought I'd change things up and sit on the floor and be a bit more chit-chatty. So I've been tagged by Ange from 50 Cents UK to do the anti-haul video. So this is where you basically have a little bit of a moan about all these releases that you're not going to buy. And this is pretty easy for me because I love a bit of a moan. I mean, I'm quite a positive person, but I do like a bit of a moan, let's be fair. So these are a group of fragrances that I'm not going to buy. So the first one I want to talk about is, and you've all guessed it, it's Alien Goddess from Mugler. So I got sent a sample and this one is supposed to be, actually, let's just address this. Fragrantica, they've got the notes completely wrong, haven't they? I'm not missing something. It's like they didn't get the memo. So this one is supposed to be, according to this, Italian bergamot essence, coconut water accord, jasmine, heliotrope, and vanilla and cashmeran. So I got this through the post yesterday and I think a little bit had spilt, and my immediate thought was Coconut Fizz by Guerlain, and I think that's probably just because of that coconut and the bergamot in this. But I tried it out for the first time this morning and I sprayed just one spray on my wrist, and normally with Mugler fragrances one spray would be nuclear. It would be, and actually it had faded by about 2 hours later. I've resprayed it and I'd say, yeah, you get a lot of vanilla from this, but the coconut does linger with the bergamot. I'm just not bothered. It's not alien enough for me, this one. It doesn't sort of feel like a flanker of Alien. It's just one of those coconutty vanilla scents that are pretty ubiquitous, really. So I'm not really bothered by this one, considering I've got original Alien, I've got Alien Mirage, and I've also got Alien Eau Extraordinaire. And I wouldn't say that I like Alien Goddess as much as any of those three. But, you know, the bottle is stunning, and it's advertised by Willow Smith, and she looks absolutely stunning in that parcel tape dress. I'm sure if I wore some parcel tape, I wouldn't look half as good or even a tenth as good as Willow Smith. So, you know, if Willow Smith came free with the fragrance, I'm sure everybody would have it, but she doesn't. So the second one I want to talk about is Rihanna's new fragrance, so the Fenty Beauty fragrance that's coming out this month. I think this one, it's going to take a lot more thinking about, isn't it? Because it's $120. It's not like Rihanna's other perfumes that have been at a really low price point and perhaps have been a little bit hit or miss. So the stiletto ones, I think, are a bit controversial. Some people love them, some people hate them. And then there's the Rogue fragrance that most people seem to really enjoy. So I think I'd really like to try Rogue, actually. But yeah, I've not tried any Rihanna fragrances. Looking at the notes of the new one, tangerine, blueberry, rose, magnolia, geranium, patchouli and musk. And to be honest, that sounds fine. Like, I really like rose, I really like geranium, I really like magnolia. Tangerine, I love soft citruses. I just can't really imagine where the blueberry is going to fit in with this. I don't know whether it's going to be a sweet blueberry or a tart blueberry. So we'll see, but I'm pretty sure that the hype will be absolutely ginormous on YouTube, and there will be absolutely no need for me to buy this, at least in the short term, because I will hear about it from every other YouTuber here. There will literally be review after review after review after review for me to watch. So yeah, I'm not buying it, but I think this just brings a whole wider point, doesn't it, about price points and what you're comfortable blind buying. Maybe she has got distribution deals where I could try this fragrance. If she has, then props to her, because I absolutely hate not being able to try fragrances. There is no way that I would pay that much for a fragrance that I had not tried. My blind buy limit is pretty low. I think, you know, once I'm getting to like £35, £40, I'm seriously thinking about it. I like to know that I'm going to love it if I am spending any more than that. So there's no way I would blind buy this at that price point. This also brings up that I think the whole blind buying phenomenon kind of came from the US, because I can't imagine that it would have started in the UK, because in the US, if you buy a perfume and you don't enjoy it, you can return it to the store. Whereas in the UK, that's just not a thing. If you buy something and you don't like it, you're not allowed to return it because you've opened it. And I don't know whether that's different, you know, if you buy online versus if you buy in store, but to my understanding, I didn't think that that was correct. So I think that through YouTube, blind buying has become more popular in the UK, but ultimately it is, so much more risky to blind buy things here. Although I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have any problems offloading a Fenty Beauty fragrance when it had just been released on any kind of other website. I do wonder whether they will be absolute meanies and try and make it somehow limited in its distribution to try and up the demand. I wouldn't put it past them, because we've seen that with other companies, and to be honest, that just drives me absolutely insane. I think it's basically below the belt, really, isn't it? So the next fragrance is Ariana Grande's new one. The bottle is absolutely hideous. I don't know where that fits in with her music, but it's like it's a rock wrapped around some kind of purple cuboid object. I don't even know what it's meant to be. And the title of it as well. I mean, I know it's probably associated with a song title. I'm obviously Ariana Grande's #1 fan here. I listen to her all the time, obvs. But yeah, I don't know anything about her music. I don't know why she would call a fragrance God is a woman, because to me that's kind of a little bit on the edge. I don't like trying to, second guess people's opinions about religion. But if I were religious and I believe that God was genderless, I'd be a little bit, is that okay? Can you say that? I don't know. But then I'm culturally sensitive kind of person, so I'm always worried I'm going to offend someone. It's a British thing. So God is a Woman sounds just a really nice fragrance, actually. Let me just read you the notes. So the notes are ambrette, pear, orris, Turkish rose, vanilla and sandalwood. So yeah, that sounds like a really huggy, cozy, comfy, snuggly fragrance. It sounds like something I'm going to really, really like. But it also really reminds me of another fragrance in my collection, which is Glossier You. And I'd need to try the Ariana Grande one and just see how similar it is to this. I know Jerome Epinette has formulated this fragrance, and I don't think he did the other fragrances in Ariana Grande's collection. So I don't know whether it's really a step away from trying to, be a flanker of Cloud or Thank You Next. I think it is, because it's got a completely different bottle type. And I'm kind of glad about that, because ultimately I feel like when Rem came out, I think people were so overhyping it because they expected something just like Cloud. They expected something, out of the box, that is another dupe for something, or is something that is a little bit different compared with other celebrity perfumes. And okay, it was different, but I also think that it wasn't amazing. But yeah, I'm not sure whether this one is. I think that this fragrance is really going down that creamy route again, and that is really what Ariana Grande fans seem to like, isn't it? Because all of her fragrances have had that kind of creaminess to them. So, the Cloud ones, and also the earlier one, like Sweet Like Candy, and also Rem in a way. I think this one might be really popular again, but the bottle is I just can't get over the bottle. It's just so hideous. I mean, why? Why did they do that? So yeah, I'm not buying it, because even if I love it, I can't stand to look at that bottle. And I have a pretty high tolerance level with hideous bottles. If you know me, you know that, I don't mind if something looks completely daft in my collection. In fact, I actively enjoy it. But that one is it's like the Nicki Minaj bottles, or it's like, what's it called? That Carmen Electra bottle. They're just awful. No. So the next fragrance that I'm not going to be buying is also another new one. So that's Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. I am so confused by the Gucci Flora line now, because I thought there was already a fragrance called Gorgeous Gardenia. Is this a new version of the same flanker? I don't think it is it? So yeah, I've watched a few reviews of this one, and most people have said that it really reminds them of Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture, and that is enough to put me off, because I really don't like Juicy Couture scents. Everyone that I've tried has just been a no. So I think that I'm going to just stay well away from it. Also, they appear to have reused the top from the Gucci Memoire d'une Odeur bottles. It just looks weird. I don't know whether they were having some kind of like money saving times at Gucci, but maybe they just made too many. I don't know. So yeah, that's another one I'm not buying. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. It's like a tongue twister. And the final ones that I'm not buying is just an entire line. So this again is really because I can't try them. And also I feel like the reviews are very, very mixed, and quite a lot of the reviews say that they don't last very long. And I absolutely hate it when I buy a fragrance and it doesn't last long. Also, the fragrances are designed to be mixed. So I feel like I'd need to buy more than one in order to fully get the effect of how they're meant to be used. So I'm talking about the Kayali line. This is the line by Huda Beauty. And I don't know. I think it's because I've been debating which one to get for so long now, and I keep on changing. So originally I really wanted the vanilla one, and then I bought this perfume, so I bought One by D Squared, and that kind of scratched that vanilla-y itch that I had. So I wasn't really fussed anymore, and also I really don't like super sweet fragrances, and it has brown sugar in it, which just kind of put me off really. So then I heard people talking about Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, and people were actually comparing it to another one that I already have, which is Nina Ricci L'Extase Rose Absolue. And so I just didn't want to buy that one either. And then other people were talking about the Elixir one, and they were also comparing that one to Nina Ricci Rose Absolue. And then people were talking about the Deja Vu White Flower one, and people were comparing it to Elisa Le Perfume, which I also have. So in a way, I just felt like I didn't need these fragrances. And again, because I've not seen them anywhere in store to try, it's just meant that I've not fallen in love with them, which is probably a good thing, because it's probably saved me a lot of money. But yeah, I did originally want to try the sample sets. If they brought out a set with all of them in, I would be really interested in buying that set. But they haven't done so far. They've only got the original 3, and then they've got the minis you can buy individually of the other ones. I think out of all of them, really, the coconut vanilla one does interest me probably the most now. But again, there's been very mixed reviews of that one, and ultimately, you know, I've found my coconut fragrance. I've got my coconut fizz. So do I need it? Probably not. But then fragrance isn't about need, is it? It's about want. So thank you for watching. Sorry if this video has been a bit moany. I don't mean to be moany. If you haven't done already, honestly, I don't moan in my other videos so quite so much. Please consider subscribing. And if you've liked this video, then please press the like button. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.